Praise foul to Alexander. This is good.
The following is a live sports presentation of Glycod. GLICOD.com.
Glycod's coverage of UA Local 502 Oldham County High School's football starts now.
The following is a live sports presentation of Glycod. GLICOD.com.
Glycod's coverage of UA Local 502 Oldham County High School's football starts now.
The following is a live sports presentation of Glycod. GLICOD.com.
Glycod's coverage of UA Local 502 Oldham County High School's football starts now.
The following is a live sports presentation of Glycod. GLICOD.com.
Glycod's coverage of UA Local 502 Oldham County High School's football starts now.
The following is a live sports presentation of Glycod. GLICOD.com.
Glycod's coverage of UA Local 502 Oldham County High School's football starts now.
On a frigid night for basketball, we welcome you to Newcastle, Kentucky for Glycod's presentation of the Henry County Classic. Inside Roy Winchester Gymnasium here in Henry County, and alongside the man to my right, Jeff Cooper and Hagen, everybody, I'm John Baldridge. Two very good games this afternoon already, Jeff. Two games tonight we'll bring forth here on Glycod. And the first one, probably the best game of the day between Anderson and Oldham County. Two teams that have came in starting well this year. Anderson that makes a trek west. They're 12-6 on the year. They started the year a little slow, turned it on of late. Oldham County, the same thing. They were 4-4 to start the year as they come east, and now they've won their last 9 of 10, and they're 13-5 on the year. What do you expect to see in this matchup in this game 3 of 4 this afternoon?
Really interesting matchup, John. I mean, you've got an Anderson County team that likes to keep the game in the 50s and an Oldham County team that likes to push the tempo. So, it'll be interesting to see who can make their will happen and who can stop the other one, And Anderson County's got a big task to deal with Oldham County with Max Green, who's averaging just under 32 points a game, so by himself. And, Anderson's, as a team, I believe, is averaging around 53, 54 games. So it's going to be a really interesting contrast in styles.
We spoke to both coaches for the ball game, and Anderson talked about they want to get out to a fast pace, set the tempo. Meanwhile, for Oldham County, they got the size. You mentioned Max Green. They're also led by Henry Markham, their leading rebounder, averaging 9.9 rebounds per game. How does Anderson set a tempo well here early and get out to a start to hang in this ball game?
Well, it's going to be key for them, and we'll go over it in the keys in the game for them to take care of the basketball and try to limit Green's open looks and, try to play the tempo that they want to try to play with Oldham using their length and size to try to turn them over.
Both of these teams have come in with winning records on the road. For Anderson, they're 6-2 on the road this year. Oldham County 4-2. Meanwhile, in tournament play, both of these teams have seen a lot of tournament action this year. Anderson is 3-1, and Oldham County is 4-1 in tournament play. Here at Henry County this afternoon and the Henry County Classic. We got a lot more to come here on Glycod as we'll talk with the head coach of the Colonels next here on Glycod.
UA Local 502 is offering great career opportunities for plumbers, pipe fitters, and HVAC technicians. They're seeking highly skilled and trained workers with or without experience. Incentives include debt-free education, employer-funded benefits, apprenticeship that comes with employment, and high starting wages. If you're ready to accelerate your career or just want a fresh start, UA Local 502 could be for you. Contact them at 502-361-8492. UA Local 502. We do it right the first time.
LaGrange Service Center is a professional automotive service center that aims to provide the highest level of customer satisfaction. Their team is dedicated to performing honest and ethical work. Their experienced technicians make affordably priced immediate and scheduled repairs. Plus, they offer 24-hour emergency roadside assistance and much more. Located at 409 West Jefferson Street, or call 502-222-1673. LaGrange Service Center.
For more than 35 years, online and through our branch office locations, Ruoff Mortgage has helped people discover, finance, and move into their homes with confidence. From the moment you send in an application to the day you get the keys, Ruoff keeps things moving exceptionally fast. By sharing knowledge and professional guidance, Ruoff Mortgage helps people see the potential and excitement in the homeownership experience. Visit one of our convenient branch locations or get started online at ruoff.com.
Dubuque County Fair is about to get its face melted! Yeah! 1 second.
I guess their faces are safe.
Shut up, Jeff.
Yeah, Jeff, shut up. Shut up, Jeff.
I don't need your help.
Just like what happened in Pittsburgh.
Never mention Pittsburgh!
When you need to be there, you need an Interstate, the car battery auto techs prefer.
Come by Interstate Batteries, 1510 Production Road, Jeffersonville.
For dependable, friendly heating, cooling, electric, and plumbing service, it's Kinzer & Kinzer at 200 East Jefferson Street in LaGrange. Locally owned and operated since 1983. Call 502-222-0497.
A lot goes into taking care of your property. You need equipment with more durability, versatility, and #1 rated reliability built in, like Kubota compact tractors that can do it all right, Z-Series mowers that deliver a quality cut, and the Sidekick utility vehicle built for hard work and fun at 40 miles per hour. Kubota equipment lives up to the highest standards. Yours. Visit your local dealer today.
This edition of Coach's Comments is brought to you by Anderson Sales and Service, making your life easier with quality products and quality service.
Down here with the head coach of Oldham County in his second season, Josh Leslie, before we get this game started tonight. And Josh, you guys come in with a winning record this year. You started 4-4, but you won your last 9 of 10. Take me through that stretch.
Just, I guess guys are kind of getting into their roles a little bit, and we're getting some more offense out of other guys that know what to expect from me. They know what to expect game in and game out, and we've just been playing much better than we were early on in the season.
Max Green averaging over 30 points a game. I'm sure you get asked the question a lot, what's he like on the floor? But I'm going to ask you, too, you're only your second season now, as I mentioned. What has he taught you as a coach?
People think it's easy coaching a guy that's really, really good. It's just trying to put him in spots to make him better every day, because he can obviously score, but I'm more impressed with how he has become a leader for our team. He's buying into the defensive part of it. He's trying to get other guys involved because he now sees that he needs those other guys involved a little bit more, try to make his job easier. And so it's different when you have a guy that has that ability to try to find other ways to challenge him and find new roles for him as we work through everything. And he's done a great job so far.
A lot of teams are led on their guard play. You definitely have a lot of forward. Henry Markham, also you're leading a rebounder, averaging 9.9 rebounds a game. Having a lot of size has got to help to your advantage.
No question. I mean, you look out there, Max 6'6 plus, Henry 6'6, Luis 6'6, Abrams Steinbrenner 6'4. So height and rebound is one of the issues for us. We usually tend to rebound the ball pretty well, which then in turn tries to get us into our transition game a little bit. Those juniors, big guys, though, are coming along really well for us, though.
Finally, you get into the grind of this season, and you here at this tournament tonight. But when you look at this team, you kind of talk about you're only your second year, but, it's been a long offseason for you all. You guys went 500 last year, but you're already over 500 at 13-5 on the season. What can you take away from the start of the season already?
That we're just more consistent than we were last year. Last year we came in really with only a couple guys that had varsity experience, where this year we had everybody back except for one guy really that played a lot for us last year. So it's just being more comfortable with what I want from them, being more comfortable with who we're playing, what their roles are within our group is the reason why we're off to where we're at right now.
Coach, I'll ask you one more. What do you expect to see from Anderson County tonight?
Play hard, play tough. It's going to be physical. They guard the ball well. They run their offensive stuff. It could be a battle of wills because we want to play faster. I don't think they want to play as fast, but we got to be fit. We got to be kind of match the physicality of it all. We got to rebound the basketball, and we got to make sure we get the shots that we want, not the shots they want us to take.
Josh, best of luck tonight.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
That's Josh Lutz. We'll be back here on GlideCod in a moment.
Supporters of Oldham County High School's athletics. Robin Lawson and Financial Solutions Incorporated have been recognized over a dozen times as Oldham County's best financial planner. Robin and his team provide individuals and small businesses the tools needed to achieve their financial goals, because they care not just about the result, but also the process. Visit their office in LaGrange at 309 West Jefferson Street, or learn more online at oldhamfinancial.com. Financial Solutions Incorporated. Clarity for your financial future.
For your surprisingly great rates, contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Leslie Gilly in Crestwood today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Are you up to date on your vaccinations? Vaccines help fight infections and protect your community. When you get vaccinated, your immune system will remember the vaccine and attack the germ if it ever invades your body. Physicians suggest following the recommended vaccination schedule to provide yourself with the best protection against 14 serious diseases. The Oldham County Health Department reminds you to stay up to date on your vaccines. For more information, visit oldhamcountyhealthdepartment.org. Healthy people build a strong community.
Winter officially begins Thursday, December 21st, but the cold will be here long before that. Are you ready? Call Thompson Heating and Cooling today for a 12-point HVAC checkup. Schedule now and it's only $99 for new customers. Because the last time you want to find out your heat isn't working is when you really need it. At Thompson, we offer a 2-hour appointment window, so you won't be kept waiting all day. And as always, your satisfaction is guaranteed. Call us today for express service.
In one fell swoop, one innocent city will be left with one burning question.
What? No.
When you need to be there, you need an Interstate, the car battery auto techs prefer.
Come by Interstate Batteries, 1510 Production Road, Jeffersonville.
Tradition means values, and we want a banker who has the same philosophy. Traditional Bank is a Kentucky-based business, and that does mean a lot to a business that is based in Kentucky. They know what we're going through. They are always there for us, and that means more than anything else. My name is Allison. I choose Traditional Bank because of the personal service. Paddle on into Canoe, Kentucky.
You're watching Oldham County High Schools basketball from Glycod.
Back here at Henry County High School tonight for the Henry County Classic here on Glycod as teams making their way back on the floor now between Oldham and Anderson County in this matchup. Back with Jeff Cooper for the keys to this matchup. And both teams coming over 500, as we mentioned. Both have played well this year. Anderson coming off a loss, though, in their last action to Bethlehem, 53-47. And meanwhile, for this Oldham County team, beat Walton Vernon 78-67 in their last action last Saturday. It's been a week since they played. Meanwhile, for this Oldham County team, though, they have a lot of size. We talked about one guy at 6'7", two guys at 6'6", and a guy at 6'4". How did they use that to their advantage here tonight?
Well, they're going to have to what they want to do is use their length and size to make life difficult on Anderson's ball handlers and shooters. Get out on them, put a hand up on all the shots, deflect a lot of passes to try to get out in transition. They want to force the tempo and they want to force turnovers, and that's going to be the key for them. Getting that game up in the 60s and 70s where they want it.
Meanwhile, for Anderson, they started the year here at Henry County and they beat Henry County in the first game of the season. Meanwhile, they have started well, as we talked about, started the year at 9-4. They dropped back to 12-6 where they're at now, only going 3-2 here in this month of January. They don't have a lot of size, but they like to get out and get the tempo set here early tonight. Yeah,
they want to try to control the tempo, and they want to try to at least keep Green from going off on a 40-point game, or even try to keep him. If they can keep him below his average, they got a chance of pulling this out.
What's the best way to do that and slow down if a guy goes out there and can score 30 points? How do you slow down and make sure he doesn't get the shots he wants?
Well, if you're going to play a man-to-man defense, you put a guy on him that's at least similar in size that can stretch out and, number one, deny him getting the basketball. You don't help off of him. You stay with him the whole time. When he does get a shot, you really have to put a hand up. They're going to screen for him, so you got to talk on the screens. Try to either go out over the screen or call the switches and make sure you get out there on him.
Tonight's Keys of Game is in by Traditional Bank. Who you bank with matters. And this broadcast is authorized by Henry County High School. The production rights of Glycod Media are to provide the most positive representation for all student athletes, coaches, and game personnel. Thank you all for watching. We'll take one more break and have more to come here on the countdown to tip-off on Glycod.
UA Local 502 is offering great career opportunities for plumbers, pipe fitters, and HVAC technicians. They're seeking highly skilled and trained workers with or without experience. Incentives include debt-free education, employer-funded benefits, apprenticeship that comes with employment, and high starting wages. If you're ready to accelerate your career or just want a fresh start, UA Local 502 could be for you. Contact them at 502-361-8492. UA Local 502. We do it right the first time.
For more than 35 years, online and through our branch office locations, Ruoff Mortgage has helped people discover, finance, and move into their homes with confidence. From the moment you send in an application to the day you get the keys, Ruoff keeps things moving exceptionally fast. By sharing knowledge and professional guidance, Ruoff Mortgage helps people see the potential and excitement in the homeownership experience. Visit one of our convenient branch locations or get started online at ruoff.com.
Blinds Direct, not just blinds. Blinds Direct, not just blinds.
From Glycod, it's Oldham County High School's basketball. Tonight's game is brought to you by Anderson Sales and Service, a top choice for homeowners and lawn professionals. Oldham County Health Department, healthy people, strong community. Kinzer & Kinzer, delivering clean, comfortable air. State Farm Insurance Agent Leslie Gilly. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Oldham.
We welcome you back to Henry County. Just about set for action here on this Saturday afternoon. Game 3 of 4 in the Henry County Classic between Oldham County and Anderson. We'll meet the starting lineups for both teams. Max Serene will get to start the leading scorer in the Kentucky State, averaging over 30 points a game. Henry Markham, their leading rebounder, averaging 9.9 rebounds per game, will start in the middle. Luis Nevada will also start with Abram Steinbrenner and Cameron Roush for Oldham County, as the tip is up in the air and belongs to Anderson. They'll go Carson Sutherland, Brady White, Will Powers, Ryan Bass, and Nate Atkins. 8 minutes on the clock, and we're underway here on this Saturday afternoon here in Kentucky. It looks like we're going to see a man here to start for Oldham County, and right to the hoop goes the senior Ryan Bass for the first points of the afternoon.
Looks like almost it was like a matchup, John. They were in a 2-3 matchup. They were just putting pressure on the guards.
Swing it to the corner. Roush gonna set his feet. Shot is off the side of the rim, and a 2-on-2 break here. Trying to go full steam ahead all the way coast to coast, and the layup doesn't fall for the right side there. Taken by Ryan Bass again, and Oldham County sets it up top. And we'll have a foul 52 seconds in, and this is going to be the first on either team. And we'll keep it with the Colonels.
Looked like they pulled 3 guys there off Max Green, so there is a way to, another way to approach this is make sure Green doesn't beat you, and guarding with 2 or 3 people, make other people beat you.
Josh Leslie, the head coach, in his second season with the Colonels, comes in a record of 50-46.
They're in a box and 1.
And a 3-ball there, no good, taken by Steinbrenner. And Anderson gets it back, leading 2-0.
They're in a box and 1 that time, John.
Up high here on the left with Brady White. No shot clock, as everybody knows in high school basketball, and really, you want to set the tempo early here, Jeff, and use all the time you want with the size Oldham County has. Anderson going to take a shot inside, and it's off the front of the rim. No good there. Sutherland took it and taken back by the Colonels. 6:28 to go here in the first. Roush inside. Kicked it to the free throw line. The 10-footer up. No good. Second chance right there underneath. And Max Green, 6'7", averaging 31 a game, gets the first 2 of the afternoon for Oldham County.
Yeah, it's a good job of Green there. To, if you're boxing one of him, somebody's got to block him out. It's guarding him. So did a good job staying with that one.
Talked to Brian Hyatt, the head coach of this Anderson team, for the ball game in his comments, and really you want to get out to a pace early with the size that Oldham County has, and make sure you use time wisely on the offensive side.
Absolutely.
And they'll use the time here, down to 5:45, already 20 seconds on this possession. Hand it inside, get into the lane. They're going to swing it to the corner. A beautiful dish inside, kick to the other wing. 3-ball from the left side, no good there by Ryan Bass, but an offensive board. Free throw line jumper up by Sutherland, their leading scorer, averaging 14 a game. And it's no good, and back to the Colonels at 2-all. Inside, Nevada goes up strong and gets it taken away.
You know, one thing about their size, John, is that it's tall, but it's not very wide. They're kind of thin in there. So, whereas Anderson County's kids are all really well-built kids in there.
Brady White hands it off. White, the senior, gets it back up top. Over to Ryan Bass. Bass inside. The 6'4 senior gets into the lane, misses a shot, and he's called for a foul, as this will go back to Oldham County.
Just trying to be aggressive, getting the ball back there. But so far, Anderson not able to hit the bucket like they'd like to.
2 fouls already here on Anderson in a 2-2 game. 4:53 to go here in the first. We'll take a break. You're watching high school basketball on Glide Cod.
A lot goes into taking care of your property. You need equipment with more durability, versatility, and #1 rated reliability built in. Like Kubota compact tractors that can do it all right. Z-Series mowers that deliver a quality cut. And the Sidekick utility vehicle built for hard work and fun at 40 miles per hour. Kubota equipment lives up to the highest standards. Yours. Visit your local dealer today.
You're watching Oldham County High Schools basketball from Glycod.
Timeout used by Anderson County. Under 4 and change to go here in this first quarter. 2-all here at Henry County and Oldham County and Anderson County. Good passing here underneath. They get it into Roush. Trying to use baseline and a kick underneath. A bad pass by Max Green and taken back by Anderson.
Green got himself down there where he didn't really have anything to do with it there. Just needs to relax, let the game come to him.
Oldham County's led this series. They've faced Anderson 20 times and won it 15 times to 5 over top of this Anderson team, meeting back the last time in 2020, where Anderson got the 51-46 victory. Everything around the perimeter with 4 to go here in this first quarter. Only 2 points by either team. And it's 2-2.
And it's just how Anderson wants it. So far, they're able to control it here.
Up top with Ryan Bass. Now he's going to hand it off over to Carson Sutherland. As I mentioned, their leading scorer had 26 back on the 1st of January against Collins. Hands it off. Up top to Sutherland. And that's exactly, Jeff, as you mentioned, what they want to do. Use the time wisely with the big size of Oldham.
Yep.
Just take the time off the clock. Already about 45 seconds on this possession, and now they get it to the corner. Back up top. Now they're going to swing it left side. Everything around the rim. Back to the right side. Finally inside the lane. Going up strong. The shutoff no good. Second chance trying to corral it. There was Nate Atkins, and it's going to deflect out of play, but stays with the Bearcats.
Well, they did a good job there, and they got hold of the basket, try to take it in there. Just they're not knocking down shots.
So mentioned in the pregame show, Anderson came into the year 9-4. They're only 3-2 in the month of January, though, and dropped to 12-6 on the season. And up top, they have it. Sutherland, still that matchup zone we've seen here from Oldham, and the shot up from the free throw line, no good by Trayton Hart, who just checked in, and it goes back to Oldham. 3-ball, got it, it's good. Knocked it down from distance, set his feet in the first 5. Go to Max Green in the ball game for the Colonels.
Now he can shoot the ball from way past the 3-point line, so you got to get a hand up early on him.
5-2. 2:30 to go here in this first quarter. Anderson going to use the clock again. And they got it up top with Sutherland. He's going to put his feet down and not shoot it from the top of the arc. No good. Roush gets inside the lane, going to hand it off back up top. We're seeing a kind of a 2-3, 3-2 defense here, but Max Green not afraid to just let it fly, and he hits it from distance.
Now, they can't get too far behind. They're having a hard time scoring. If they do, then this might get ugly quick.
Green, the commit, going to Holy Cross and taken away back to Max Green. He's going to let it fly again, and the first 11 points of the ball game belong to the senior. Timeout Anderson. 1:51 to go here in the first. Max Green 11, Anderson 2. We'll be back in a moment on Glide Cod.
Tradition means values, and we want a banker who has the same philosophy. Traditional Bank is a Kentucky-based business, and that does mean a lot to a business that is based in Kentucky. They know what we're going through. They are always there for us, and that means more than anything else. My name is Allison. I choose Traditional Bank because of the personal service. Paddle on into Canoe, Kentucky.
You're watching Oldham County High Schools basketball from Glycod.
Back here at Henry County, 11-2. Max Green has the first 11 for Oldham as Anderson sets it up top. And Max Green, really impressive, the senior, going to Holy Cross. Had 48, Jeff, back on the 28th of November, the Colonel's all-time season record. And that's very impressive for a team that's been, over years, a very good basketball program.
Oh, absolutely it is. They've had some really good players come through there. One or two NBA players. Good pass.
Sutherland kicks down to the block and laying it from the right side. Just checking in is Lane Hawkinsmith, and that's the second bucket of the day for the Bearcats. A little more press here from Anderson, trying to get a stop. Three ball up top, in and out, no good. That one was taken there by Steinbrenner and taken back by the Bearcats. They'll get inside the lane. Downhill drive, trying to look inside for Hawkinsmith again, and it's going to deflect out a play off of him. And back to the Colonels.
It showed good hands on that first one. That one got between him there.
Hawkinsmith, the 6'4 junior, averaging about 3 points a game. Up top with Steinbrenner. 50 seconds to go, under a minute here in this first quarter. Double team on Green. He's going to swing it all the way across the floor. They're going to line it up for three, and it falls in there. A nice kick out in the hands of Will Hinkle, and the sophomore gets the 14th point of the afternoon for Oldham.
Good-looking shot. They got to get other guys to help. So
a 10-point lead with 30 seconds to go here in the first, 14-4. Inside the lane, a strong pull-up from 6. Sutherland has his first bucket.
Good to see him get going here.
And they can hold for a final shot here with 14 to go here in this first quarter and have it over on the left side. Steinbrenner gets it into the lane. Looking there for Hinkle. Back to Steinbrenner. Back to Hinkle. Over to Green. Green double team. Gets inside the three-point arc. Pulls up and knocks it down from the elbow. Man, that guy's impressive. Max Green.
That was not an easy shot either. He got himself open on that one.
Green, 13 in the first quarter. It's a 16-6 game after one. We'll be back in a moment. You're listening to basketball in the Henry County Classic on Glycod.
For more than 35 years, online and through our branch office locations, Ruoff Mortgage has helped people discover, finance, and move into their homes with confidence. From the moment you send in an application to the day you get the keys, Ruoff keeps things moving exceptionally fast. By sharing knowledge and professional guidance, Ruoff Mortgage helps people see the potential and excitement in the homeownership experience. Visit one of our convenient branch locations or get started online at ruoff.com.
This segment of tonight's game is brought to you by Ruoff Mortgage. For an intuitive, simple, and stress-free mortgage process, visit ruoff.com. Ruoff Mortgage, opening doors.
Welcome back here to Henry County High School alongside Jeff Cooper. My name is John Baldridge, and after one, it's a 16-6 lead for Max Green and the Oldham County Colonels, trying to stay over 500, get their 14th win on the year, go to 14-5, and tonight's game is presented by Thomas Heating and Cooling. Contact Thompson at 502-703-0244 for their 100% satisfaction guarantee. Thomas Heating and Cooling. What did you see from that first quarter, Jeff, you really liked?
I thought Max Green made some tough shots. That last shot was very difficult. I mean, he had two guys on him, and he faded just to the left there and got it up and scored it. I mean, he's had somebody in his face the whole time. They've been playing a box and one on him. Right now, it looks like they've got maybe Adkins going to guard him, and they just keep switching off. But they got to make the other kids beat him. I mean, that's even if they have to, double team him and stuff, try to make somebody else beat you. And until they prove they can, it's maybe the way you approach it.
He's averaging 31.9 points per game. We saw some double team on him. They went to that box and won almost at the end of the first after starting in that matchup zone. Meanwhile, for Brian Height, who's been with this program for a long time, was assistant for their legendary head coach Glenn Drury from 1998 to 2018, took over the program entering his sixth season with a record of 78-70 for this Bearcats basketball team. What do you do to a guy like that? He's probably one of the best players in the state in this Max Green. How do you get out and get a hand in his face and hopefully you can slow him down a little bit?
Well, you guys have to understand that he can shoot the ball further out than the regular three-point line. So you got to challenge him more early.
Oldham has it as we start the second, and they'll look inside. Trying to get it into Nevada, get to the free throw line, and the 15-footer falls. Pulled up strong there in the J for Henry Markham.
Yeah, that's what they got. That's what Oldham has to do. When he's covered like that, they got to button down open shots when they're there.
A little pressure to get it across the half-court line here, and they'll do so and hand it over to the left side. In the hands here, Bass. Bass going to get it back up top to Carson Sutherland. Sutherland in his junior season. Swings it across. Over to Rabul. Back to Sutherland. Sutherland, man-to-man defense, 50 seconds down here in the first. Sutherland goes underneath and lays it in for the left side.
Didn't get any defensive help on that one. He got right in there and split the lane. Nobody helped out.
Got right to the rack. It's back to a 10-point game. To the corner. Three ball, lines it up, and the second of the day. And the shot falls for Will Hinkle.
We can't leave Hinkle open, that's for sure.
Trap in the corner, and this is deflected out. Will stay with the Bearcats as Oldham is going to make a substitution. And they're going to bring in a new player.
Anderson, with the way they play, you get down 13 in the second quarter. They're already in the danger zone right now. Okay, they've got to get some stops and cut this thing down to 10, under 10 as soon as they can.
Tim Rankin just checked in. Rankin, the 6'2 junior guard. Early transition to kick to the corner, and the three ball lined it up. Had plenty of time there for Calvin Rabul and wasn't able to get it home.
Had a good open look there, just couldn't knock it down.
13-point game here in this first half of play.
Good
inside,
pass.
back to Hinkle. He misses it, but the second chance and able to jam it home there was Abram Steinbrenner. Steinbrenner, his second bucket, and it's back to a 15-point game again.
Good follow up there by Steinbrenner. He just.
And they're going with this 2-3 defense. Kind of just the pace they want to play. Oldham getting out defensively, making sure Anderson's using their time offensively, but getting the good shots they want offensively for this Oldham team.
There's a good shot there by Sutherland. Beat him again. Yeah, I mean, they're trying to put a little bit of pressure on to force them to try to hurry up a little bit. And so far Anderson's done a pretty good job. They just haven't knocked the shots down when they've come up. Now, Sutherland's hit the last couple.
Into Rankin, back up top, over to Green. He's going to pull up from about 30 feet and knights the net. From distance there, and he can't miss out on the floor tonight.
That was NBA range three right there.
16-point lead with 5:15 to go here in this first half. And Sutherland trying to get something going here for the Bearcats of Anderson. He'll go inside, picked up by Hinkle, but gets all the way to the block left side and lays it in again.
I'm starting to watch Oldham's defense here, and they're kind of letting them score to they're not really challenging the shots. They've got a 14-point lead. Why?
Hinkle swings it across, looking inside there for Markham. Bad pass, but saved by Hinkle. He'll pull up again and leave it short. His third three went 2 for 2 before that, but just left it short right there and back to the Bearcats. Up top with Sutherland. 4:30 to go here in this first half. They're going to use their time trying to get a shot down 14. Trying to fight their way back in on this Saturday afternoon, January the 20th, here on Glycod, the Henry County Classic, game 3 of 4, as we'll have Simon Kenton and Henry County coming later this afternoon. Inside goes Sutherland and couldn't make it from 5 off the front of the rim. Green with the board, and he'll send it to the corner. Gets into the hands of Markham, gets into the lane. Back to Green. He'll work it left side.
He double dribbled me. He let him get away with it.
Baseline back to Markham. Pulls up. Rattles around, in and out. No good. And this is going to deflect out there. And back to the Bearcats.
Green caught the ball and dropped it. Then he picked it up and dribbled it. That's a double dribble. They didn't call that.
As Will Hinkle going to take a seat. 3:48 to go here in the second.
What a lift from Hinkle coming in and knocking down a couple threes there.
He's been a lift off this bench, only averaging 4 points a game, shooting 52% from the field. Season high of 11 back on January 12th at South Oldham. And a game that went into overtime, and that's the only loss Oldham County has, winning their last 9 of 10. And that only loss comes against South Oldham 2 games ago, where they lost in overtime on the road.
It's a rivalry game. Anything happens in those.
Inside, gets into the block, and from the paint, able to make the shot there, and trying to cut the deficit, and back to 12. 26-14, Green up top, double team. Gets it in to Markham, pulls up from about 18, no good, but a second chance. They'll send it back out. 3 ball off the front of the rim, no good there by Jeremy Harmon, and it deflects out a play. Trying to save it was Anderson, and they're on the baseline, and this will stay underneath with the Colonels.
Now, when Anderson gets a miss, they got to get a rebound, okay? You can't give second, third shots when you're having trouble scoring on your end.
Anderson.
That's fine.
A school in Lawrence, Kentucky, built back in 1965, as that's a quick bucket there, back to 14. Grades 9 to 12, meanwhile, for those Oldham County teams, built back in 1953 on the east side of Louisville. And this one deflects out a play. Anderson trying to fight in here. These teams have met 20 times. As we mentioned, Oldham has won 15 of those 20. And they have command this first half with their size and the 14-point lead right now.
You know, Anderson County, when they were first formed, was actually just called Anderson High School.
Inside, working his way down on the block, left side, going up strong, is the 6'6", Henry Markham.
I think the official name didn't become Anderson County until about 65, 6'7", somewhere in that range. Something my friend Jeff Bridgman learned.
Up top. And Brian Hyatt really talked about it, you know, trying to get out and set the tempo early, stay in this ball game against a team that has a lot of size. Only the second year for the head coach, Josh Leslie, though, for this Oldham County team, and this is the way they wanted to play, and not the way Brian Hyatt really wanted his team to come out here early in this first half.
No, definitely not. Josh Leslie was a successful girls coach at Eastern High School in Louisville for a while.
3 ball, good. Nothing but the bottom of the net, Jeremy Harmon, and it's a 19-point lead.
Yes, but this one is getting dangerous here.
Leslie was the head coach at Eastern between 2012 and 2019, winning the Coach of the Year in the 7th region in 2013 with Eastern, and had some really good seasons with the Eagles.
I think he was region runner-up one year, which Eastern, before he got there, really didn't have a lot of success, but when he was there, they were very tough. When I was over at Holy Cross, we played them a few times, and they were always very well coached and definitely a very good team. Had some talent.
Leslie has coached a lot of programs, worked his way up, spent 3 years before he came over here to Oldham County with Seneca between 2020 and 2022. An overall record on the boys' side of 50 and 46. Inside, Anderson trying to get something to fall there, and it doesn't do so for Sutherland.
And Anderson's not getting anything on the offensive glass.
Kick out, 3 ball, too strong. Left right there by Harmon, and back to the Bearcats.
Good blockouts there on the Anderson. They got that rebound there.
Bass going to send it up top. Under a minute to go here in this first half. A 19-point lead for the Colonels here in the Henry County Classic.
Oh.
And Green takes it away, took it away at the half-court line, and goes in and lays it in. Max Green, a very impressive first half. Had 13 back in the first quarter. It makes it a 21-point game. Inside, going up strong, and a chance for one more. Got all the way into the paint there was Brady White, and he'll head to the line.
Nice job taking it to the hole there by White. Drew the harm. And he's a very strong young man. He was able to get that ball up on the glass.
White's played in all 17 games this year, shooting 43% from the field and a 41% free throw shooter, but misses the chance for one more right there, taken away by Max Green. Green double teamed and hands it off, and they'll hold for the final shot with 15 to go.
He wanted to shoot that. He really did.
He likes to put it up. He's not afraid wherever on the floor.
Well, heck, if we can shoot like he can, no wonder.
I wish I could shoot like he does.
Me
Green
too.
goes behind his back, gets inside, hands it off to Markham, and
What a
pulls it in from the
pass.
block as time expires here in this first half. After 16 minutes, it was all Oldham County. Josh Leslie's got to be happy as their team heads to the locker room with a 21-point lead. We'll come back with the halftime stats and some entertainment here on Glidecast.
I'm not singing.
UA Local 502 is offering great career opportunities for plumbers, pipe fitters, and HVAC technicians. They're seeking highly skilled and trained workers with or without experience. Incentives include debt-free education, employer-funded benefits, apprenticeship that comes with employment, and high starting wages. If you're ready to accelerate your career or just want a fresh start, UA Local 502 could be for you. Contact them at 502-361-8492. UA Local 502. We do it right the first time.
The reason I went to Traditional Bank, I just felt at peace. The atmosphere was different.
Anytime we need anything, Traditional Bank's always there for us. Can't say enough about them.
Tradition to me means integrity. That's what our product's based on. Just the way I did it 25 years ago, we're doing it now on a mass scale.
My name is Curtis Mackley, and I choose Traditional Bank because of the relationship we have formed with them and their integrity. Welcome to Mingy Beef Jerky.
For dependable, friendly heating, cooling, electric, and plumbing service, it's Kinzer & Kinzer at 200 East Jefferson Street in LaGrange. Locally owned and operated since 1983. Call 502-222-0497.
Only your locally owned Cub Cadet dealer has genuine parts, accessories, trained service technicians, and the widest selection of innovative Cub Cadet products. We're here for you whenever you need us, with expert service and support to keep your equipment running at peak performance for years to come. Visit your locally owned power equipment dealer, Anderson Sales and Service in Madison, Crestwood, and our newest location at 1675 Watterson Trail in Louisville.
LaGrange Service Center is a professional automotive service center that aims to provide the highest level of customer satisfaction. Their team is dedicated to performing honest and ethical work. Their experienced technicians make affordably priced immediate and scheduled repairs. Plus, they offer 24-hour emergency roadside assistance and much more. Located at 409 West Jefferson Street, or call 502-222-1673. LaGrange Service Center.
Are you up to date on your vaccinations? Vaccines help fight infections and protect your community. When you get vaccinated, your immune system will remember the vaccine and attack the germ if it ever invades your body. Physicians suggest following the recommended vaccination schedule to provide yourself with the best protection against 14 serious diseases. The Oldham County Health Department reminds you to stay up to date on your vaccines. For more information, visit oldhamcountyhealthdepartment.org. Healthy people build a strong community. Tonight's halftime report is brought to you by the Oldham County Health Department. Find out about their array of wellness programs and services by visiting oldhamcountyhealthdepartment.org. Healthy people, strong community.
Hope everybody's enjoying their Saturday afternoon. It's been a fun first half after 16 minutes. It's really been all Max Green and this Oldham County Colonels ball club as they head to the break with the 37-16 lead back in the press box with the man to my right. It really is a press box here at a gym tonight, Jeff. Alongside Jeff Cooper, I'm John Baldridge. And got to talk about Oldham County. They're looking for their 14th win here tonight, and they've came out in the first half and not disappointed.
They've been impressive. Some of the other guys missed some shots early, but good old reliable Max Green knocked down some shots and then got everybody going. Got a big lift off the bench from Will Hinkle, knocked down a couple threes. And then the other guys started to get involved there. So this is definitely one of the contenders in the 8th region. I still think North Oldham's the favorite that I've seen, and Woodford County's pretty good. But you get Max Green hot on a night, and he can carry you. You know, you get one player like that can really step it up and stand out above the rest, and you got a chance to get somewhere with him.
Oldham's trying to go to 5-1 on the season. And really, when I look back at that first half, we're going to show some of the replays. But you got to go back to the end of the first half, right before we head to the break, and Green gets past a couple defenders, gets in the lane, and was able to work his way down to the block and hand it off to Markham. And Markham, their biggest player on the floor, averaging 9.9 rebounds per game. A lot of size on this team, but Markham was able to lay it in from the block. Really, Green can shoot the ball very well and can pass the ball very well, and that's why he's going to Holy Cross. Yeah,
he can do it all out there. This young man's been playing for a while here now. He's started for this Oldham County program as a freshman, and it's just a very nice player. He can do a lot of different things, and he's going to be a good one. He still has to put some weight on, but once he puts a little bit more strength on him and everything, he's going to be certainly going to be a tough player here.
You look at some of the replays there, and Anderson, after today, they will play Rockcastle County coming up on Monday. You're down 21 at the break, and what do you tell your team and Brian Hyatt trying to play for something in the second half?
Well, you're playing for pride at this point. You just have to improve the second half, try to win the third quarter, try to win the fourth quarter, play better than you did, start knocking down some shots, and cut the lead down. You're like I say, it's all about pride at this point. You don't want to get 35-point rule here. You want to try to get the margin back down under 20 and just improve the second half.
This is game 3 of 4 today. Chris LeBar and had the first call the first 2 games today, and this game will be game 3 of 4 of one more coming later tonight. We'll have Henry County. They're back at home, as Jeff and I will have the calls. They're taking on Simon Kenton. As this game is presented by, the first half starts by Oldham Financial. They provide clarity for your financial future. Visit oldhamfinancial.com for more information. We got more to come. We're about 3 minutes or so before we get second half started. You're listening to basketball here on Glidecast.
Supporters of Oldham County High School's athletics. Robin Lawson and Financial Solutions Incorporated have been recognized over a dozen times as Oldham County's best financial planner. Robin and his team provide individuals and small businesses the tools needed to achieve their financial goals, because they care not just about the result, but also the process. Visit their office in LaGrange at 309 West Jefferson Street, or learn more online at oldhamfinancial.com. Financial Solutions Incorporated. Clarity for your financial future.
Are you up to date on your vaccinations? Vaccines help fight infections and protect your community. When you get vaccinated, your immune system will remember the vaccine and attack the germ if it ever invades your body. Physicians suggest following the recommended vaccination schedule to provide yourself with the best protection against 14 serious diseases. The Oldham County Health Department reminds you to stay up to date on your vaccines. For more information, visit oldhamcountyhealthdepartment.org. Healthy people build a strong community.
A lot goes into taking care of your property. You need equipment with more durability, versatility, and #1 rated reliability built in, like Kubota compact tractors that can do it all right, Z-Series mowers that deliver a quality cut, and the Sidekick utility vehicle built for hard work and fun at 40 miles per hour. Kubota equipment lives up to the highest standards. Yours. Visit your local dealer today.
For your surprisingly great rates, contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Leslie Gilly in Crestwood today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Winter officially begins Thursday, December 21st, but the cold will be here long before that. Are you ready? Call Thompson Heating and Cooling today for a 12-point HVAC checkup. Schedule now, and it's only $99 for new customers. Because the last time you want to find out your heat isn't working is when you really need it. At Thompson, we offer a 2-hour appointment window, so you won't be kept waiting all day. And as always, your satisfaction is guaranteed. Call us today for express service.
Let's be honest. You don't see Grandma nearly enough. Which means the dead car battery you've spent the morning dealing with has robbed her of precious grandkid time. It's unfortunate, sure, but it's not like she's going to write you out of her will or anything. Right? When you need to be there, you need an Interstate. The car battery auto techs prefer.
Come by Interstate Batteries, 1510 Production Road, Jeffersonville.
You're watching Oldham County High Schools basketball from Glycod.
Back here at Henry County, alongside Jeff Cooper, I'm John Baldridge in a 37-16 game, about to start second half of play, and this Oldham County team having a commanding lead, trying to get to 14-5 on the year. And they started the year 4-4. They've won their last 9 of 10, though, Jeff, and they beat some really good teams. It's coming off a win over Walton Vernon last Saturday, 78-67. They've also beat Ballard this year. They beat Eastern. They beat Murray. And they can shoot the ball very well, as you can see in that first half.
Yeah, when they knock down shots, they're dangerous. No doubt about it. And they're still in at 2-3 here coming out.
Yeah, it's an Oldham County team that shoots 47% from the field coming into today's ball game. And they did not disappoint in the first half. Shot the ball very well from outside as Anderson works it inside to start this second half, and they'll get it down to the block, and going up strong is Lane Hawkinsmith. And it's a 19-point game again in the first two. Go here in the first half to the Bearcats.
Nice move there by the young man on that one. This will spin move. There's been very few fouls in this game, John.
Green throws up a lob inside, looking for Steinbrenner. And off his right hand, no good, back to the Bearcats.
Silly plays like that, if Anderson knocks shots down, it'll get him back in it pretty quick.
Sutherland kicks the corner, 3-ball, got it. Nothing but the net there as it falls home for Brady White.
See, they've already cut it back down to 16.
5-0 run to start this second half for the Anderson County Bearcats. Inside Roush.
Now they're just in a straight man now, Anderson, as they've come out of that box and won.
And he'll hand it off, get it in the hands over to Henry Markham. Back up top to Steinbrenner, gets to the free throw line, pulls up strong, and knocks it down.
That was a nice-looking shot there by Steinbrenner.
Steinbrenner averaging 9 points per game, had a good first half, and gets the first two of Oldham here in the second.
1-2-2 here, but not a whole lot of pressure. They beat it pretty easy for a layup.
Bass inside, gets all the way to the cup, and lays it in. 39-23, 6:23 to go here in this third quarter.
See, Anderson looks much better here coming out in the second half here.
Green pulls up from distance and too strong off the back iron. Back to the Bearcats as they cross the timeline. And they'll use some time here trying to cut this deficit in a 16-point game. Powers going to pull up, and Will Powers in and out, no good. Rebound goes to Max Green. He'll have it up top. Picked up man-to-man. Gets it over to Carson Roush, and Roush too strong for the Colonels. And the rebound goes the Bearcats.
You know, Green's not a selfish player at all. He is looking always for his teammates. There's another layup.
Bass all the way to the hole again, and Ryan Bass, the senior, cuts it to 14. Powers fakes a three, hands it off over to Steinbrenner. He'll pull up, miss it, second chance though, gets it over to Markham. His shot no good, and back out to Max Green. Green going to go inside and gets all the way downhill and makes the layup. A quick timeout used after a little bit of run to start here by Anderson. Oldham responds. It's a 41-25 game. We'll take a break with 5:15 left here in the third on Glycod.
Supporters of Oldham County High Schools athletics. Robin Lawson and Financial Solutions Incorporated have been recognized over a dozen times as Oldham County's best financial planner. Robin and his team provide individuals and small businesses the tools needed to achieve their financial goals, because they care not just about the result, but also the process. Visit their office in LaGrange at 309 West Jefferson Street, or learn more online at oldhamfinancial.com. Financial Solutions Incorporated. Clarity for your financial future.
You're watching Oldham County High Schools basketball from Glycod.
back in Newcastle, Kentucky tonight. A population about 900 here in Kentucky. As a good matchup going on in this game 3 of 4 in the Henry County Classic here at Henry County High School in Oldham with a 41-25 lead over top of Anderson. With Henry County taking on Simon Kenton later alongside Jeff Cooper here on Glycott, I'm John Baldridge with 5 minutes to go here and change in this third. And Anderson trying to cut the deficit in a quick timeout used there by Brian Hyatt.
Well, it was actually about Leslie. He didn't like the way his team was shooting the ball there, taking wild shots. And after they came out of the timeout, Coach Leslie and Coach Hyatt were kind of teasing with one another there on the sidelines.
Brady White backs his way home and goes in strong from the block and makes it from the left side.
The one thing that Oldham, they haven't had to turn up their defense tonight. But tell you what, when Henry County takes the ball to the hole, they're scoring most of the time here now.
Green loses it, had it high on the right side, and it rattles out of play towards the bench of Oldham County and back to Anderson.
I think cut it to 12 or 11 here with the 3. It's right there.
Anderson, they like to use the tempo. Oldham County likes to slow everything down, and right now, starting to see a little bit of a change. It'd be huge if they could get a bucket right here for the Bearcats.
Yep.
To White, back up top to their leading scorer in Carson Sutherland, the 5'11 junior.
Now watch if he goes to the hole here. Watch where there's no help.
Hands it off over to the right side. Back to Sutherland. He tries to look to the corner there, and it's deflected out of play looking for Will Powers. It will stay with the Bearcats.
That's a good job, though. Green just got in the passing lane, but they're doing a good job moving the ball.
4:06 left here in the third. Anderson going to throw it in with Brady White, and they'll set it up top. No fouls by either team here in this third quarter with 4 minutes down.
I don't think either team's committed 5 fouls total for the game.
It's been a very clean game out there tonight.
Yeah, it has.
And they're going to use their time here again. Look inside, down into the paint, and pulls up strong. A nice move. And it's back to a 12-point game.
Oh, Brady White's really picked it up here.
White with 8 in the ball game. And 3:30 to go here in the third. Up top with Henry Markham. Hands it over to Steinbrenner and pulls up from top of the arc. No good. Second chance back up top to Markham. Hands it off to Max Green, and they'll use some time.
John, that's killed them. They got to get some rebounds. They're not going to catch up if they keep giving up second, third shots.
Green inside the paint. Tries to get down to the block, and it goes off his foot and out of play and back to the Bearcats.
I might be hearing things, but I could have swore I heard the slap from here. I think he got hit on that.
Could have finally had a foul out there.
Yeah, but they didn't call it. Ball definitely went off of Green, that's for sure.
So a chance now as Anderson brings it up to cut it to a 10-point game. 41-29. Under 3 left here in the third. And the Bearcats have it on the high left side.
Well, if you're Coach Hyatt, that's exactly what you want.
Inside, looking back out for Brady White, taken away, trying to go coast to coast, and a chance for one more. Cameron Roush went up strong, is fouled, and will head to the line.
Nice job there by Roush. Did a good job anticipating the pass, taking the harm, and putting it in.
Roush, his second bucket on the ball game, only averaging 4.6 points per game, and he'll have one coming right here.
Well, it's a killer. You give up transition points off a turnover, maybe even 3 on the harm. So
Roush, a season high, back of 22 points against Cal on the 9th of December in a loss for Oldham County. And he makes the N1 opportunity there. And it's a 44-29 game. And just when you felt like you had a chance, they take it right back from you.
Well, they just got to regroup now and score a bucket and get a couple more stops.
White inside the lane, gets down to the block, and he's fouled, and he'll head to the stripe. Brady White's been able to work his way to the hole. A lot of their points for this Anderson team has been inside tonight as they've been able to get down to the block.
Yeah, and that time they definitely helped on him. They didn't just let him go. I'd rather see that than just letting him go and not doing anything.
White makes the first, a 41% free throw shooter. And he'll have one more. And in and out, no good there. So 1 for 2 for Brady White. And it stays a 14-point game as Max Green brings it up with 2:22 to go. Up top here to Luis Nevada, back to Max Green. Green, man-to-man defense here for the Bearcats. Inside, hands it off to Markham, back to Green, and a little give and go, and he's fouled, and he'll back to the line for 2.
That was a good, strong move to the hole there by Green. Strong cut and a good little internal pass.
Green, an excellent free throw shooter at 84%. As I mentioned, one of the all-time leading scorers for this program, has over 1,778 points coming into this ball game. And he adds one more right there to make it back to a 15-point game here in the third.
I wonder how far off he is from the all-time lead.
And he'll make the second 2 for 2 easily. And that's a good question. I'm not really sure, but the way he's playing, he could easily catch it here in his senior season by the end of the year.
I'll have to check with Jeff Bridgman this weekend to see who their all-time leading scorer was before this year.
1:52 to go and a 16-point game. Three ball, and that's nothing there. Doesn't even hit the rim. Back to Green with the board. Green a little fake. He sets it back up top, pulls up from distance, and that's a long 3. Maybe bad look, and it's no good.
I agree, John. That's the worst shot he's taken all night.
Inside, Ryan Bass went up strong, missed its second chance. Noah Beasley right there to clean up the miss.
Nice job there by Beasley. Oh,
Beasley only an 8th grader, averaging 2 points per game and getting some action right here as this one deflects out of play and will stay underneath.
Get another stop here. If there's any way they get this to 10 at the quarter, we got a shot here.
Thank you very much for joining us here on this Saturday afternoon on Glycod for today's afternoon presentation of the Henry County Classic here in Newcastle, Kentucky, alongside Jeff Cooper. Game 3 of 4. I'm John Baldridge. Green inside, a beautiful dish across the block and laying it in is Henry Markham.
Yeah.
And there's that passing we've talked about.
Yeah, he's definitely not a selfish player. He does find open men very well.
16-point game with 55 to go here in the third. Up top they have it here with Sutherland. Picked up by Tim Rankin. Going to swing into the corner. 3 ball. Too strong. Doesn't hit anything there for Ryan Bass. And back to the Colonels.
That's a killer. He got 2 straight air ball threes there.
Green trying to get inside the 3-point line, and he's fouled out front. And this is going to be a block. That's going to be only the 3rd team foul here of this quarter for Anderson. Only 1 on the Colonels with 35.3 to go.
I can't imagine Oldham will hold it for 1, but let's see if they do.
Green has it up high. Tries to get in the lane and gets it taken away. Trying to go end-to-end is Bass, and it's going to be called that's going to be a foul. Looked like it may have been goaltending. That's what the Anderson bench is wanting as Bass took it away, tried to go coast to coast. And I'm not sure there, Jeff. It did look like they maybe touched it while it was hitting the rim.
Yeah, it almost looked like he hit the board with it, too. I think it should count.
So Bass will head to the line, a 67% free throw shooter. As they give the foul on Tim Rankin, his first, team's second, and just 2 shots coming here as they're going to...
No, they gave it to him.
They are going to give it to him. So it's going to cut it down to 14, and a chance for 1 more at the line to cut it to a 13-point game before the end of the third.
Wow.
And the shot in and out, no good. And you got to make free throws when you're trailing.
Yep. Free throws and no second shots. That's hurt them this quarter. They would already have it under 10.
So they'll hold for a final shot with Green. With 10 to go inside, he has it. He'll get into the lane, pull up strong from 5, and it's no good. 5 seconds left. Bass going in the lane. He gets it stripped, and a foul underneath. With 2.2 left here in this third quarter.
Yeah, they stripped Bass, and that's a frustration foul there on him.
And that's going to be on Ryan Bass, the 4th foul here in this third quarter on the Bearcats, and a chance for a quick shot here for Oldham as they'll go to length the floor. throw it in with Steinbrenner. He's going to get it ahead. 3 ball from the half-court line. Up, no good, off the back of the board by Will Hinkle. And after 24 minutes and 8 to go, it's a 48-34 game. You're listening to high school basketball. Colonels leading here on.
For more than 35.
Is this one yours, Chris? No. Okay, all right.
Run around a commercial. Commercial.
For more than 35 years, online and through our branch office locations, Ruoff Mortgage has helped people discover, finance, and move into their homes with confidence. From the moment you send in an application to the day you get the keys, Ruoff keeps things moving exceptionally fast. By sharing knowledge and professional guidance, Ruoff Mortgage helps people see the potential and excitement in the homeownership experience. Visit one of our convenient branch locations or get started online at ruoff.com.
This segment of tonight's game is brought to you by Ruoff Mortgage. For an intuitive, simple, and stress-free mortgage process, visit ruoff.com. Ruoff Mortgage, opening doors.
Back here as we head to the fourth in a 48-34 game. Oldham County going to get the basketball with a commanding lead. They've led the whole way through. Back with Jeff Cooper here in our press box atop Henry County Gymnasium, Roy Winkle Gymnasium here in Newcastle, Kentucky. I'm John Baldridge, and it's been all Colonels so far here tonight.
Yeah, it has. They've had this one from start to finish, no doubt.
Inside, looking for Markham there, saved by Green. Gets it back into Markham, and he'll hammer it home. The 50th point of the night, and a quick start here in the fourth.
Good job there. Kind of got a broken play there to get a bucket and a dunk.
And Josh Leslie still the trap and the pressure on here with the 16-point lead with 7:30 to go. 3 ball is up, and it's good. Falls home. Trayton Hart puts it from distance, and it's back to 13.
It was a nice-looking 3 there.
Hart, his first bucket, averaging 9.2 points per game in his senior season, and able to get some points on the board here in the fourth. Steinbrenner up top, looking over for Rankin. Almost a bad pass save there. Back to Green. He'll let it fly, and it's too strong. Rattles around, no good.
Nice block out there from Anderson County. Kept Markham off the glass.
With a win, Oldham County would go to 14-5 on the season. Anderson, if they drop this one, 12-6. Second chance after a miss there by Sutherland, set back up top by the Bearcats.
I don't think that's the first second look they've gotten all night that I can remember.
Inside the lane goes Brady White. Picked up, he'll hand it off, trying to go down to the block and lays it in. The underhand scoop falls. And that's for Trayton Hart.
We got us an 11-point ball game here. Get another stop here, and it might get interesting.
With 6:15 to go, as I mentioned, Oldham's led the whole way through. Trying to get a stop right here would be a must for Anderson. Up top with Tim Rankin.
Get a stop and no second looks.
Green inside the lane. Double team, swings to the corner, left alone, 3 ball, too strong there for Will Hinkle, but a second chance, he tracks down his miss, back out to Green, no good, and right there Hinkle again, Green fakes it, puts it up from top of the arc, and knocks it nylon from distance. 3 opportunities and a 14-point lead again.
You know, those threes are coming off long, and they just didn't get there.
53-39, 5:33 to go. And a game that Oldham County looks like they might give it up. They fight right back and hang on to a big lead. It's at 14 right now.
It's early to say that's a dagger, but it could be.
Inside, trying to go downhill, and Brady White unable to make the layup. Green takes it back, double team, and he's fouled in the corner.
Trying to dribble through a double team there. Probably not the best way to do that.
But they're going to give that on Calvin Raboul. That's going to be the first foul on either team here in this fourth quarter, as Oldham County is going to throw it in on the sideline. As we mentioned, stay with us for the second game tonight as the hostess, Henry County, taking on Simon Kenton. We'll get underway about 20 minutes after the conclusion of this one.
Uh-oh.
Trying to throw it ahead there after a missed shot, and that's going to be thrown out of bounds. And that's on Trayton Hart and goes back to the Colonels with 5:02 left.
I don't know, Southern just didn't look like he was expecting that one for some reason.
Green just looks really compressed out there, like he knows what he's doing as he's fouled for a three. He doesn't really make bad decisions. He sets his feet well and runs the offense very solidly for this Colonels team.
Yeah, he does. And like I said, he doesn't force too many shots. We haven't seen too much of that. He finds the open man well, handles the ball well. Just a well-rounded game. Much you could see when he was a freshman how good he was going to be, and he's turned out here his senior year to be something else.
We'll have one more coming at the line. Should be two more. He's fouled on a three and makes the second. Tonight's scoreboard is presented by Kinzer & Kinzer, delivering clean, comfortable air. As Green goes 1 for 3. Right now, I got to tell you, I don't have air conditioning in my place at Xavier. We've had some problems with that as he pulls up, and Max Green from distance after the 2 missed free throws comes back from long range.
That might do it right there.
But yeah, no AC right now, no heating right now at my place, so I like to get Kinzer & Kinzer out there to help us a little bit.
None at all. Wow, jeez.
It's a little cold. It's not about 46 in an apartment last night, so we're trying to get that fixed today.
Yeah, I hope so.
Over at Xavier University, as the three was up and no good, and Green sets it up top with a 58-39 lead. He knocks it down a good bingo. That might be the dagger tonight.
Yep.
Up to a 22-point lead now. And we got a foul at the free throw at the half-court line, as Sutherland is pushed in the back. And Oldham County, I mean, they just came out here from the jump tonight, Jeff, and have really impressed the people that came out and watched this Henry County Classic.
Yeah, they're still improving. I mean, they're going to be they're going to get better too as the year goes on here. So I know Coach Leslie's got to be happy with the way they're playing now, but they're going to get better.
Inside, trying to make the layup there, and his foul is Ryan Bass, and he'll head to the line.
Strong move there by Bass.
It's going to go on Jeremy Harmon, his first foul. Team's second here in this fourth, and 2 coming.
They're going to
from the line.
Coach Hyatt in Anderson County is going to show the tape to these guys come Monday or tomorrow or whenever it is, and say, hey, look here, we gave up too many second shots. We did a pretty good job on Green, all things considered. We missed some easy shots, had some, got to do better on the defensive glass.
Bass is 67% free throw shooter, and he'll go 2 for 2 from the line. Cut it back to a 20-point game as he'll take a seat. Brady White will take a seat, and they'll bring Lane Hawkinsmith back into the ball game. Try to bring some size in here for Anderson. Trying to take something promising away from this loss this afternoon if it stays that way, as Green crosses the timeline and just chucks one up, and it's no good. Didn't think that was the best look there, Jeff.
Yeah. He can get that anytime.
Inside, Bass trying to go inside, gets it stripped. Green going 2-on-2 break, gets into the lane, and he's fouled, as this one is going to go on the Bearcats. It'll be thrown in underneath with 3:35 left. Bryce Cox will check back in as now Ryan Bass takes a seat. As they look in to throw it in here with Steinbrenner to flex out. Looking down low for Henry Markham. Josh Leslie only his second year, but has really came in here strong, as you mentioned, had some successful years on the girls' side in Kentucky with Eastern, and has not had any real problems. They always talk about could there be problems when you enter going from the girls' side to the boys' side, and he hasn't had any problems here in his second year with Oldham.
No. He's been around both styles here for a while now. So if you can coach, you can coach. There's certain different ways you have to go about it, but if you can coach, you'll figure it out.
3:20 to go man-to-man defense on. Looks like actually a zone drop back to by Leslie for Oldham County. And they'll swing it around the perimeter. Anderson trying to get it in the lane.
That was a tough
Shot there by Hart, no good, and deflects out of play. Will stay underneath with the Bearcats.
Yeah, that was a tough shot there. Of course, they got to start getting them up. Can't be too selective here.
Are going to send it back up top over to Sutherland. Sutherland, as I mentioned, only a junior, their leading scorer on this ball club, as he'll swing into the corner. And a shot up there, no good by Robol. And a board goes to Max Green. He'll swing it across the half-court line, look to the corner, and a bad pass looking for Jeremy Harmon and out of play.
Just getting a little sloppy here now, so hopefully both teams start playing a little bit better here down the road, down the stretch here.
Stay with us. We'll wrap this one up after the conclusion of this ball game and get you set for the fourth game tonight here at Henry County. Shot inside, no good there by Rabol and taken back by the Colonels. They'll look to the corner. 3 ball by Harmon and an out, no good. Up top here with Trayton Hart. Picked up tightly by Markham. And he'll hand it off, swing it back to the left side. 3 ball, no good by Sutherland as it rattles around and doesn't fall home and deflects out of play and bring the length of the floor with the Colonels.
Yeah, if I'm Oldham here, I just kind of work the ball around, do nothing but a layup.
Look at the upcoming schedules for both of these teams. We mentioned earlier, Anderson taking on Rockcastle County this Monday before they head to Spencer next Friday. Are the next 2 games for this Anderson County team. This one is deflected out of play. Will stay with the Colonels. Meanwhile, for Oldham County, as I mentioned, coming in at 13-5, will go to 14-5 on the season, win their second straight. They'll take on Woodford County coming this Wednesday before they head to Shelby County and Central next Saturday. So some tough matchups coming for the Colonels. A Anderson team that already beat Wolford this year. So it's going to be a good matchup coming this Wednesday for this Oldham County Ball Club.
Yeah, definitely. And I'm doing that Shelby game Friday. I'm interested to see Shelby, how they're doing this year. I haven't seen them yet.
Max Green makes the first.
Used to be a state power, no doubt about that, until Collins came around. Yeah. And Collins, I think they split it up, and Collins got all the athletes.
It wasn't until about 2020 or so when Collins put that great run together with Davion McKnight, who's now at my university, Xavier.
Yep.
And he's now really turned around that program and the coaching staff. They done it, Collins, and they had a chance to win the tournament back in 2020 before it got canceled due to COVID. And McKnight was a crucial piece to really turn around a college program in Shelby County.
Yeah. McKnight, Collins had a shot that year. They had to play male the first round, but they had 2 kids that could play with anybody.
Green gets down to the free throw line, kicks to the corner to Markham. He'll work his way into the paint and pull up strong from 5, and these guys are very impressive. You can talk about Green, Markham, and also Abram Steinbrenner.
Yeah,
some size on this team, and they've used it tonight.
Yeah, they've got some nice-looking kids here.
This one's going to deflect off the foot with 1:12 left. And a 65-43 game. Meanwhile, here Anderson, we'll talk about on the post-game show a little bit. But now you drop back to 500 in the month of January, going to 3-3 after starting 9-4. What do you try to tell your team and get ready for a matchup coming this week?
You just got to keep improving. Work on the stuff that hurt you tonight, and get back to playing the way that's been successful for you, which is, tempo and defense, and they really need to work on their rebounding. And I think they'll do that before their next game.
2-pointer there to make it a 20-point game by Sutherland. A 3-ball up and no good as some subs being made by both teams. And inside the lane goes Rabul, and he'll send it back up top. Send it to the corner over to Marcus Field, checking in for the first time. Missed it, tries to stay with it, and it deflects out back to Steinbrenner.
Got points for style there. No doubt.
Under 30, trying to run out the clock, and it looks like Oldham will do that with the 20-point lead here on this Saturday afternoon, January the 20th. They're going to hand it off and let the last 10 seconds run out. We thank you very much for joining us for Game 3 of 4. Stick around for Game 4 here tonight here at Henry County in the Henry County Classic as Oldham wins this one as time expires 65-45. We'll come back, have the post-game show, and wrap it up as the Colonels go to 14-5 on the season. You're listening to high school basketball on Glycat.
For more than 35 years, online and through our branch office locations, Ruoff Mortgage has helped people discover, finance, and move into their homes with confidence. From the moment you send in an application to the day you get the keys, Ruoff keeps things moving exceptionally fast. By sharing knowledge and professional guidance, Ruoff Mortgage helps people see the potential and excitement in the homeownership experience. Visit one of our convenient branch locations or get started online at ruoff.com.
Tradition means values, and we want a banker who has the same philosophy. Traditional Bank is a Kentucky-based business, and that does mean a lot to a business that is based in Kentucky. They know what we're going through. They are always there for us, and that means more than anything else. My name is Allison. I choose Traditional Bank because of the personal service. Paddle on in to Canoe, Kentucky.
UA Local 502 is offering great career opportunities for plumbers, pipe fitters, and HVAC technicians. They're seeking highly skilled and trained workers with or without experience. Incentives include debt-free education, employer-funded benefits, apprenticeship that comes with employment, and high starting wages. If you're ready to accelerate your career or just want a fresh start, UA Local 502 could be for you. Contact them at 502-361-8492. UA Local 502. We do it right the first time. Are you up to date on your vaccinations? Vaccines help fight infections and protect your community. When you get vaccinated, your immune system will remember the vaccine and attack the germ if it ever invades your body. Physicians suggest following the recommended vaccination schedule to provide yourself with the best protection against 14 serious diseases. The Oldham County Health Department reminds you to stay up to date on your vaccines. For more information, visit oldhamcountyhealthdepartment.org. Healthy people build a strong community.
Winter officially begins Thursday, December 21st, but the cold will be here long before that. Are you ready? Call Thompson Heating and Cooling today for a 12-point HVAC checkup. Schedule now and it's only $99 for new customers. Because the last time you want to find out your heat isn't working is when you really need it. At Thompson, we offer a 2-hour appointment window, so you won't be kept waiting all day. And as always, your satisfaction is guaranteed. Call us today for express service.
For your surprisingly great rates, contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Leslie Gilly in Crestwood today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Tonight's post-game recap is brought to you by Crestwood State Farm Insurance Agent Leslie Gilly. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Or leave it.
Back here with Jeff Cooper inside the press box here at Henry County High School. Really is a press box, a big gymnasium where they had the 8th region as Oldham County wins for the second time here this year over top of Anderson 65-45 after 32 minutes. And we'll quickly wrap this one up and get you set for the next game coming up as teams warming up down on the floor. But what you see in that third game you really liked from the Oldham County Ball Club?
Well, of course, you can say all you want about Max Green. After the first maybe quarter and a half, I really liked the way some of the other kids stepped up and played. Steinbrenner's going to be a nice player. Markham made some nice moves inside. They're going to be pretty solid. They're going to be a tough out. For Anderson, they had that little run in the third quarter. They got it down almost below 10 or below there. And then they gave up, the threes and then the three-point play, and that killed them. They couldn't come back from that. And they just have to. They're in a district where they're in the same district with Woodford and Spencer. It's going to be tough on them, but they got to keep getting better and get their style of play down to where they can maybe pull a surprise in the tournament.
Yeah, as you mentioned, they have a lot of leadership on this team. Max Green, a senior. Henry Markham, a junior. Steinbrenner, a senior. Will Hinkle really stepped up, though, too, tonight. The sophomore was able to grab some boards, get some good looks in that first half, and get the 20-point victory for Oldham as they go to 14-5. Anderson drops to 12-6. Both teams back in action this week. For Oldham on Wednesday, Anderson on Monday. Another game coming up between Simon Kenton here as they'll take on the hostess, Henry County. We'll have that coming up in a little bit. We'll take a break. Be back in a moment here on Glycott.
The reason I went to Traditional Bank, I just felt at peace. The atmosphere was different.
Anytime we need anything, Traditional Bank's always there for us. Can't say enough about them.
Tradition to me means integrity. That's what our product's based on. Just the way I did it 25 years ago, we're doing it now on a mass scale.
My name's Curtis Mackley, and I choose Traditional Bank because of the relationship we have formed with them and their integrity. Welcome to Mingy Beef Jerky.
Winter officially begins